What's going on, everyone? So, upcoming Scream 7. I'm very excited, and I kind of want to just talk about a general discussion here because I'm excited for the freshness and the sort of mystery surrounding this Scream 7. Now, you can make the argument that there was the same with Scream 5 and with Scream 6, like this excitement of like, what are they going to do? How are they going to do this? How are they going to approach this? All these characters coming, blah, 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 right? Like, and yes, to an extent, you're right. Scream 5, definitely, right? Scream 5 for sure, just because, again, you were going in a new territory. You had completely new writers and directors and, studio and, you had characters, and I mean, it wasn't about the OG3. It was about, Sam and Tara Carpenter, and so you had a new final girl. I mean, Scream 5 more than anything really was the one that felt like, hey, this has a lot of excitement, a lot of kind of like, concern. Like you were mixed with emotions, probably the best way to put it. But this Scream in particular is one that I think is pretty close to 5. I'd probably put 5 ahead of just kind of the we have no idea what's about to happen category. And it's just because with Sydney, right, you kind of have an idea at least of elements that you're going to get. Right? Like, we know what we're going to get from Sydney as our main character, as our main protagonist, as the final girl. We know what we're going to get from Gail and at this point, the Meeks twins stuff. Like, so, like, a lot of the key points that you want to hit on, we know and kind of have an expectation for. Where with Sam, you had no idea, right? Like, and the general consensus was that they really dropped the ball in that regard. So, this Scream film, I do think that there is, though, a real freshness of like, you have Sydney in a completely different world, a completely different life in a lot of ways, right? She has a family. She has, whatnot, all of it, right? But you also have the or at least I hope, the storytelling, the character development elements, and Kevin Williamson being back in the fold, I think also adds to that level of excitement and hope in a lot of ways, right? Like, again, I don't know how much he got to change writing wise, right? Like, I know he's got the writing credit, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he like rewrote the entire thing, right? Like, I imagine he made some notes, some changes, but like, how far was he willing to go? How far would they allow him to go? But I'd be lying if I said, Kevin Williamson doesn't give me some kind of comfort that this is going to go the way that we want for a Scream movie. That'll kind of get things back in order a little bit, back in track, right? It's like, like the Grand Master's back. His pupils were the ones that were running the show, but hey, Dad's home and he knows how to do this right. Right? He knows how to handle this. Don't worry. He's gonna handle it. So I am excited for that and that element of it. But there's also just, again, like, the fact that she has a family. The fact, like, how is she as a mother? How is she as a wife? How is she as just a friend and whatnot? Where is she in her life? Like, she has that what appears to be a bar, but she's standing in front of like what looks to be a coffee shop. So what like, there's just, how is the small town? Like, there's so many things. Her daughter, how is her daughter? How, like, how is her husband? There's so much potential here, but there's also a lot that they need to kind of unpack and digest. And another kind of thing that I think is worth mentioning is the fact that we know Scream 8 is already greenlit. Right? So Scream 8 being greenlit further adds this element of excitement, because it's like, okay, are they going to do a cliffhanger? Are they going to, is this going to be conclusive? But we kind of, have new information that leads into Scream 8. how much a Scream 7 bleeds in a Scream 8. How many people are going to live? How many people are going to die? After Scream 6, nobody died. So it was like, is everybody going to die in this movie? But like, if everybody dies, who's going to be in Scream 8, right? Like, there's just this never-ending cycle of questions, which is great, which is exciting, right? Because it adds, again, that level of like mystery to it. Like, how is this going to happen? Right? How are they going to approach this, right? Like, it's just, I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to kind of the way that they go about this, because I do think that there is a lot of potential for this Scream film. And, you can't afford to botch it, right? You can't afford to mess this up because you already have a Scream 8 greenlit and ready to go. So if you fumble this, right, then that doesn't bode well for Scream 8. Now, I think box office wise, this movie will do fine. But again, box office success and whether the movie is actually good or not are very different things. We've seen a lot of just terrible movies have success. So again, I'm kind of curious in that regard, but also just Ghostface. Like, how is Ghostface? Do they keep kind of the modernness of it? Do they keep that kind of in line and in order? Because I personally am a fan of it. And I've been very critical of Scream 5 and 6, but I think one of the things that they've gotten right is the Ghostface. I think, you add in and sprinkle in things like, just the brutality, and then you gotta obviously have the backstory, and then do you do the reveal, or do you go the route where there is no reveal, right? Like, or maybe there's 2 or 3 Ghostface, and the 1 or 2 of them are revealed, but another one isn't revealed. Like, there's so much that they can do. There's so many kind of rabbit holes that we can go down that could really lead to a lot of fun and excitement. And if done in a proper manner and executed in the proper way, this could go down as one of the best, if not the best, sequels in the franchise. I don't think anything will ever overtake 96. Even if this does end up being any movie, whether it's this one, Scream 16 ends up just being Scream 96 did so much, not just for the Scream franchise, obviously, but for horror, period. There are so many things that Scream 96 did that'll never happen, with any other Scream. So, I don't know. I'm excited for it, right? You got the family dynamic. You got a lot. Got a lot to kind of dive into. You got a lot to kind of explore here. And, no, I hope that it's done and executed properly. I really do hope that they do right by this upcoming Scream film. But, we'll see. We're inching closer and closer. It'll be here before we know it. We're going to blink and it's like, oh, well, there's another Scream. So, here we are. But anyway, as always, says the discussion. I pass question you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me not. We enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.